Greetings and welcome back to more F1 25 single player career mode here on the channel. Today we are ready to get going for round 14 out of 24. So we are well and truly underway for the later stage of the season, and that obviously means we are taking a trip to Budapest for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And spoilers, if you haven't seen the previous episode, I highly recommend it. But as you can see, we are well and truly cementing ourselves as a part of the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship. And in terms of the Constructors, we are also quite comfortably sitting in 5th at the moment, ahead of Williams and Aston Martin. And that is in part due to a very good result last time out in Belgium, where we ended up getting 2 podiums actually. It was a sprint weekend and we took 2nd place in the sprint and 3rd place in the main race in what I see as my unofficial home Grand Prix. The 2 Red Bulls a little bit too much and too fast for us to compete with them. So Tsunoda getting, I think this is his first podium of the season, so good on the Japanese driver, who is currently 11 points behind us, sitting in 8th, so he is looking ahead to try and close us down. But yeah, ready to get going for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Obviously this is the one that they call Monaco without the walls, or without the barriers. What they mean is that it's very tricky, it's very difficult to overtake, kind of like Monaco. And in terms of the weather, qualifying looks to be a little bit overcast, hopefully no rain. And then in the race, we are once again treated to some mixed conditions, starting in the dry. And judging by this graph, we're going to end on what I could imagine will be the intermediate tires. And as you also saw right there, we're carrying 3 new upgrades for this weekend. So the car should be a little bit stronger, which hopefully for us boasts really well. Obviously the AI significantly stronger here than they are in Belgium. And we're probably going to feel that. Tire wear is still a problem. So we are definitely looking at a 2-stopper, but enough talking, I suppose, and let's get this weekend underway and get going for qualifying.
It is time for the drivers to dance on the edge. You are never resting, you are never still in qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix right here at the Hungaroring.
And that is very much true. It couldn't be closer to the truth. And there we are, getting ready for the session. Here we go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's remember to take out some fuel, because I seem to always forget that somehow. Which is not a good strategy. But what type of weather are we looking at? It looks like it could maybe get a little bit wet at some point. But here we go.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Let's get out on track then, so we don't get caught out by the conditions in case it starts raining earlier than expected. There shouldn't be any rain, but you never know. You never truly know. And it is definitely overcast. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some drops come Q2 or Q3. But yeah, Monaco without the walls. And that is simply due to the fact that around here it is so tricky to overtake. There isn't really many overtaking opportunities apart from kind of turn 1 is a good opportunity. What I think is turn 2, so coming down the second DRS straight after turn 1. is also a good opportunity, but I think that's pretty much it in terms of like good overtaking opportunities. You can always be opportunistic, obviously, and if you get a good drive out of a corner like this one here and heading down to this 90-degree right-hander, I mean, you could maybe set something up, but it's not an ideal overtaking spot. But that is what makes it a challenge. And we are ready to get going here at Hungaroring. Getting a good run onto the start-finish straight. And let's open the lap here. See what we can do. We can brake really late into turn 1. Go for the apex. Get that rotation. Maybe a little bit too aggressive on the rotation there. Needs to sit back a little bit more. But those are the things that we can dial in as qualifying progresses. So I don't think we're going to have any trouble making it out of Q1. And then this fast turn 4 here. Turn 5, very tricky. We get a massive amount of oversteer there. And that is what makes it so tricky. Oh, not hitting the apex there. That is going to compromise us through the next corner. I didn't even see who was the fastest there. And this corner has also been playing a little bit of tricks on me throughout practice. We have the fastest first sector. Ooh, bit of an oversteer there as well. Car is not as planted as I had hoped. We can use much more energy than what we did. We're behind Hamilton and behind Piastri.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
But we are ahead of Colapinto and Isaac Hadjar. So it shouldn't be any trouble. We might need to go for a second attempt. There were a few mistakes, and those mistakes could end up costing quite severely. But let's not be too hasty.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Let's just take it easy. Let's head back to the pits. And let's see if we need that second attempt. We lost a lot of time through turn 6 there, especially. And we can be more aggressive on the ERS, which I didn't quite know how to tackle. Hulkenberg behind us, Alonso in front. We might need to go again. We're down to P8 at the moment. But this is good. This is the challenge I wanted. It's always nice to have a challenge, and I do have to say I'm not particularly fast around Hungaroring. It's not one of the tracks that comes natural to me. So we might have to do something special and extra here. And on top of that, it is quite warm as well. So definitely feeling the heat at the moment. But the first run at the moment, good enough, P8. It's not too bad. Let's see if it stays like this throughout qualifying. Who has posted a lap? Let's actually check that quickly. So we are missing some of the heavy hitters. I would imagine that the likes of Verstappen and maybe Antonelli would be faster than us. Let's fast forward a little bit. Let's see. Ollie is faster than us. Okay. So we might need to go again here. But let's see. With 5 minutes to go, what is it looking like? We're currently in 13th, behind Ollie. Max Verstappen on the fastest lap time at the moment. We are 1.1 second down on the Dutchman. I would like to make it through on one set of tires, but being behind Ollie, that is obviously a risk. Where do we lose most of our time? Oh, definitely the middle sector. We're quite equal in the first sector. In the middle sector, Ollie is like, what, 3/10 faster than us. And then we get him back in the final sector. So that is down to that one mistake we made in turn 3, I think. Ooh, do I want? Well, we do get a second tyre set. We do get another tyre setting if we made it to Q3.
Let's get it out there.
There's no reason not to do it, honestly. And there is time to be found. So let's go out on track again. And just make sure we make it through. It's a good banker lap. Piastri has improved it down to a 15.9. So the drivers in front really pushing now. Already. It's quite impressive, I do have to say. And this corner right here is where we made the big mistake. And I think this is also where we lost the majority.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
Of our lap time, along with this corner where we missed the apex ever so slightly, which set us up horribly for the following corner. So if we could just get those two corners corrected and then drive an equally good lap time, we should be good to improve, I would say, by at least half a second, maybe, but it's difficult to say. But let's give it a try. Let's see what we can do, and we can go heavier on the ERS usage as well. So let's do that as well.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Oh, and we are going to get a whole bunch of traffic here on... We narrowly miss the Kick Sauber there, but we are improving, so that is good. Almost smashed into, I think that was Bortoletto. Is the Williams going to get out of the way? Sainz, yes, thank you. Significantly faster through there. And we get a good drive out of 6. Heading into the chicane. We get a good run through there. We don't miss the apex. This is a significantly better lap time. Now I just need the car in front to get out of the way. It's Gasly, he's going to be in the way. What is he doing? Oh, he gets out of the way just in time. Good on him. Oh, a little bit of a tank slapper there, but we survive it. And a significantly better lap. 8/10 improvement, and that moves us up to P4.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
So absolutely no problem making it through to Q2. And that was a significantly better lap time that time around. Whew. Stroll all the way up in P5 as well. So maybe the track is just getting quicker as well. You never know. But that was the necessary improvement. Now we know what kind of lap times we should be expecting from ourselves. If we actually manage to find the groove. Oi! As we spin it, don't spin in front of the other cars. And there's our teammate, Ollie. He's probably going to make it through to Q2 now as well. Hopefully. That would be lovely if he could do that. But time is up here in Q1. And we are safely through to the next session, which is very lovely indeed. We speed into the pit lane by 1 kilometer an hour, as per usual. Alonso into P4, so the Aston Martins are bringing the heat. Amazing. So both Alonso and Stroll all the way up in the top 10. Interesting. But you love to see it. You love to see it. But yeah, we are safely through to Q2. P5 at the end. And we did push quite hard, I do have to say. So there we go. Ollie as well makes it through to Q2. And being knocked out is Hadjar, Gasly, Lawson, Hulkenberg and Colapinto. And Antonelli barely making it through to Q2. So I don't know what is up with Antonelli on this game. But he is not performing. And once again, the two Red Bulls looking to put pressure on the front to challenge for pole position. But a good result from ourselves. That was necessary. And what kind of weather do we have in this session? Humidity is still quite high, but that should play into our favor. Because a little bit of a sticky track could actually be beneficial.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
But here we go. We're going to go out early, something we don't usually do. And that is because I want to catch the track while it's warming up. Now hopefully we can get through with only one attempt. That is what I'm hoping for here. But you never know, things might change and we need to go again. But just a nice and quiet outlap. No problems here. And I am looking forward to seeing how the car is going to perform in race trim once we get to the Grand Prix. Especially through the middle section. We're running maximum wings here, so we're going to be suffering on the straights. But hopefully that should be good enough. But here we go. We are going to go for our, hopefully, one and only attempt here in Q2. Into turn 1, hitting the apex. Opening the DRS quite late, because you need the traction before you open the DRS. And into turn 2. That felt good. And now turn 4. It's the risky one. Now turn 5 here. Almost losing the car, but we keep it. The chicane. Oh, we kind of take it incorrectly. Ooh, running very wide here. Getting caught on the curb. But so far so good. We luckily didn't get an invalidation there. I was half expecting that. But here we go, around the final corner. See what kind of lap time this is going to be. It's going to be a 16.6. Behind Ollie again. Alright. Ollie is putting up a fight here. I like it.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Hamilton behind both of us. Alright. This is interesting. Ollie has all of a sudden turned up for a qualifying session. And we are quite evenly matched, it would seem. Ooh, almost losing the car there. But I mean, if Ollie is going to be a top 10 runner in this weekend, I'm not complaining. We need him to start scoring some points soon.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
I know, Mark. That's why I'm coming in. 16.6. I'm not quite sure if that is faster or slower than our Q1 lap time. Into the pits we go. Let's see. I'm quite curious where Ollie has the upper hand. And he has just posted his lap as well. So similar conditions as well. And here we go, we're dropping quite rapidly right now. We're down to P8. But I feel like most of the grid has actually posted their first flying lap attempt. Oh, as I say that, we drop another position. Are we actually looking at a starting position outside the top 10 for the first time in a very long time? Not quite sure when the last time was that we started outside the top 10. Let's see. Who hasn't posted a lap yet? Ooh, both Alonso, Leclerc and Piastri are yet to post lap times. I would imagine that Piastri especially, he is flying. Look at this. And where do we lose the majority of our time? It is in the middle sector once again. We're losing about 3/10 to Ollie in the middle sector. He's only 1/1000th of a second quicker than us, so... Oh dear, and now we are sitting on the edge. But we're sitting outside. We might need to take the tire from Q1, the first tire we took. We need to try again. We need to see if we can get through to Q3 on a worn tire set. At the moment, it would mean that we would be knocking out our teammates.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
Which I really don't want to do, but at the same time, we have to focus on our own race weekend first and foremost before we start thinking about the team. I'm a team player, but not at my own expense when it's this close. So we need to find, well, at the moment 1/1000th of a second is what is between ourselves and a ticket to Q3. That could change if others behind us improve, or if Ollie improves. We might need a bigger improvement, but I do think there is an improvement to be found out there. So I don't think it's impossible. So let's see what we can do. The middle sector again letting us down by 3/10 to our teammate. Didn't take it the best way possible either, so there is that.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
The other two sectors we're doing fine in. I don't know what it is Ollie is doing, especially in the middle sector, to get things right. But we'll need to figure it out. But here we go. Final attempt across the line with 1 minute to go, and we get a poor start to the lap already. Not the best of beginnings to a lap. Tires are worn, so we do have to think about that as well. But we are now green through the first sector. which usually boasts well. Purple sector 1. We missed the apex again in the chicane. That time through there we did significantly better. Oh, and there goes the car. Keep it out of the wall. We keep it out of the wall, but we are out of qualifying. We had to push. It didn't work out.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Ah, that's unfortunate. If I'd just lifted ever so slightly, we would have been better, but... and people were improving as well. That is a shame. So we are out in Q2 here in Hungary. And we're going to be starting, what, P13, I think? Yeah, we're going to be starting 13th behind our teammate for this Grand Prix. Unfortunate, we did have it. And what is the gap to the top 10? It is 1.5 tenths. Which we would have improved enough to knock out Hamilton. That is very unfortunate. But we exit qualifying together with Stroll, our teammate Ollie, Fernando and Gabby. That sucks. We were so good, but I wanted to try and push it because I wasn't quite sure how much improvement we would need. It is what it is, unfortunately. Now we just need to do good in the race. I mean, we're not that far off points, but it could be tricky, especially with the tyre wear that we have. It could be a little bit tricky. But we're just going to have to try it. We're going to be starting on the mediums and then switching over to the hards. We'll see how far we can take it. And then those mixed conditions... You never know how they're going to play into it. But 35 laps around the Hungaroring is what awaits us. So let's see if we cannot do something about it. Maybe grab a few points here today. I'd absolutely love that if it was possible. But we need to drive to get it. So let's see. I think we're going to be starting on the inside, quite far back. The inside here in Hungary, we've seen so many times, can be very dangerous, especially if you get your braking point horrendously wrong. Just ask Valtteri Bottas. He knows all about it. But a bit of a letdown. But nothing is set in stone yet.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. It's tight, it's technical. Some drivers love it, some drivers find it a challenge. Either way, there's been so much drama in the last couple of years at the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're about 12 miles northeast of the bustling Hungarian capital of Budapest. We have 14 corners that comprise the Hungaroring, and they are all steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been tough around here. It's a technical 2.7-mile track. The last few years in particular have been dramatic.
Absolutely.
So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he will start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Tsunoda, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Hamilton.
Ooh, a
Russell,
few penalties
Albon,
have been applied here.
Antonelli, and Lance Stroll. Verstappen, Behrman, Iceman, and Alonso. Bortoletto, Colapinto, Nico Hulkenberg, and Liam Lawson. Gasly and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
All right, so Verstappen taking a grid drop.
Well, what a race we have in prospect. Welcome to
That's
the commentary
interesting.
box. I'm Alex Jakes. Joining me is Naomi Schiff. Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
So,
Mate, I really got the taste for that champagne last time out, so let's see if we can keep that momentum up and bring another bottle home.
alrighty. So Mark is fired up and ready for this race. And to be honest, so am I. I'm a little bit perplexed, as they say, about the strategy selection here. Not a big fan of it, honestly. And I think we might... Ooh, can we go 14 laps on a set of medium tires? That is the question. So, this apparently is the fastest strategy. It's not significantly slower, but it is good enough. I would like to start on the mediums compared to what the team wants me to do. I'm a little bit unsure if I can take it 15 laps, the medium tire. I think if we take them 10 laps... Oh, maybe we add another stint then. We take them 10 laps, that should be possible. And if we do like this, I think that could work. And obviously with the weather change around when we switch over to the second medium tire, it could play some tricks, but we could also be in a situation where the medium tire is actually more durable. You never know. But here we are on the grid, and Verstappen's penalty unfortunately does not affect our starting position. So we are starting 13th behind our teammate, as we were scheduled for. And we're going to see if we can actually profit a little bit. So Behrman in front of us, the only driver starting on the hards. Verstappen on mediums as well. So is Alonso and Gabby Bortoleto behind us.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
So I think it might have been the right strategy call to go for the medium tire here at the beginning. Get a good start, and then you can maybe make an early pit stop over to the hard tire. And then, I mean, we need to push the medium tire as far as possible, ideally. And then we use the hard tire at the end to see what we can do. The good thing is, though, we're going to be out of sync with our teammate, so the chances of us having to box at the same time as him are very low, which is very nice indeed. I do appreciate that. So, split strategy here at Haas, I think it could work. Ui. But then again, difficult to say at this time. But we are definitely going to have to do our very best from the first lap. And Stroll at the moment, the driver, guarding the last point paying position. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Here we go, ready to line up on the grid. Starting a little bit further down than usually, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Here we go. The 5 red lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix is on, and we are ready to go racing. Oh, and we get a beautiful start here. Verstappen getting bogged down ever so slightly here at the beginning. And heading into turn 1, we're going to take it nice and easy. We get squeezed a little bit there by Verstappen and our teammate. As we get a massive tank slapper, Alonso in front of us now. We might have 2 things to say about that. And he is on the outside now. We're going to squeeze him out. give him the Magnussen treatment. And now heading up towards turn 4, I'm just going to ease off the throttle, not do anything ridiculous. We don't want to crash into a teammate. We've already done that once this season at Ollie's home Grand Prix nonetheless.
That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you.
We don't want a repeat of that. But here we go, clean start, despite almost getting tangled up with our teammate and Verstappen. Now we need to see if we can't put the pressure on. Start closing down. Oh, braking very early there, Ollie. Catching me a little bit by surprise. Verstappen's still stuck behind Stroll. That is quite surprising. I would have imagined he would just have flown past the Aston Martin.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
There we go. DRS active on this lap. Oh, and the tires still struggling a little bit. We should have the upper hand on Ollie, given the fact that we are on the softer compound, but honestly he's settling down quite nicely at the moment. Getting good usage out of those hard tires, keeping up with the drivers in front, so not doing too bad. But we are slightly putting the pressure on.
More. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
Putting the pressure on here. We're going to have DRS. Here we go. Let's see if we can get him. We're obviously going to be a little bit slower in a straight line. We are running higher wings. But we're not good on traction, unfortunately. Ollie is starting to lose the train in front of him. We are starting to create a train here. Getting the understeer from running behind him at the moment. Really feeling the effects. Oh yeah, the dirty air is definitely playing tricks at the moment. But this is why it's called Monaco without the walls. It's so difficult to overtake around here and actually get like a proper run on the driver in front. And Ollie at the moment is doing everything in his power to try and keep us behind. And at the moment it's working quite nicely for him. It's so difficult to put the traction down on the exit of turn 1. Tried around the outside there. Almost worked. I think if I actually had like committed to it, I think I could have gotten the overtake around the outside on him. But now he's really starting to hurt the pace here. But it's just so difficult to find a way past him. Also, while not trying to kill my tires. But we run very
Rain
wide
is
there.
forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
All right. Interesting. Oh, and here we go. The traction in 4th gear. I shouldn't be getting wheel spin on a corner exit like that. Yeah, Ollie is really
Tyre
hampering
condition still looking good.
our progress at the moment. Problem is I can't do anything about it. Because he's fast in the necessary spots. Right now it would be absolutely lovely if we actually had the option to tell Ollie, or tell our engineer to tell Ollie that we are faster than him. Because at the moment he is hurting our race. Having to push so hard to just try and stick with him. It's really annoying, and we don't have DRS as well.
Seeing a lot of tyre deg now. We've got a new strategy if you want to take a look at it.
No, Mark. Tell Ollie to get out of the way. That's what I want.
Copy.
Sure. We're staying on the strategy. What is it? Lap 6 already?
Okay, mate. Bortoletto's behind you now. We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm keeping him behind at the moment. And we have run this entire race so far in the dirty air of our teammate, and it's just really difficult at the moment. Whoa. Alright. No
Okay, you're
DRS.
losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
Oh, they're fighting behind. That is good for
Okay,
our
so
race.
gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, but we're not able to do anything about it because we can't get close enough anymore. The tires are dying off too quickly. Whoa. Yeah, the tires are killing me at the moment. Alright, I think we're boxing at the end of this
We're
one.
approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Understood. Stopping this lap.
Just not able to utilize the tires as effectively as I'd hoped for. Oh. can't get on the throttle as quickly as I want, because then we're just gonna spin. But I know the hard tires are working better with the setup that I have on at the moment, so it should overall be a better solution to just box now. Ooh, the pit entry is so bumpy.
We didn't quite get what we needed out of that, I'm afraid, but don't worry about it. There's a long way to go. Chin up, and let's focus till the end.
Okay, that is actually, sorry to say, bullshit. That I failed that one.
Right,
I was
let's
pitting.
go. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Nah, that's actually bullshit.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy.
Alright, here we go. Hard tires. Hopefully until it starts raining. Car is also a little bit lighter at the moment, so that should benefit this strategy. Hopefully, at least. Now we have clean air as well. That is definitely going to help us big time. Quite curious to when the other medium tires are going to start boxing for their first stop. Doesn't seem like it's this lap, so let's wait and see. Right now we're just churning in laps as fast as possible, and we are significantly faster than the drivers in front with close to 2 seconds.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes. All right. Let's see what we can do until then. Closed up a good chunk of time, which is good to see. So 8.3 seconds to
Okay,
hold.
keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 8.4 seconds.
At the moment, we're just slowly but surely working our way back into this race. Or at least hopefully we are. The curbs here are so aggressive. It's actually insane. We're doing decently well at the moment. Churning in some decent lap times. We're by no means the fastest driver out on track, but we're still doing good. And we can now see, I think that might be Hulkenberg in front of us. There's at least someone in front of us. I think that might be Hulk. The other medium drivers still yet to box. I'm quite surprised. We are closing up big time now to Hulkenberg.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.5 seconds.
Thank you, Mark. And he is boxing now. That could not have come at a better time. That way we're not going to get held up by him. Out on track. So there we go. Hulkenberg into the pits. Wonder when the others are going to start pitting. Because he was on hard tires. There are still some medium runners out there who are still yet to pit. What does the tire wear look like? That's okay. It's obviously there, but it's not as bad as I thought. Oh my days, that curb is horrible. In general, the curbs around here are horrible. They are really not fun to drive. But 5.4 seconds to the next car, which is Isaac Hadjar in the V-Carb. Still yet to box.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us. 9.8 seconds.
Alright. So Ollie is now actually helping us a little bit by probably holding up the majority of the drivers behind him at the moment. Which is very lovely of him. Hopefully he can continue to do that for another couple of laps.
Okay, gap to the car ahead. 4.3 seconds.
We are rapidly approaching Isaac Hadjar. Hopefully he boxes before we catch him. That would be very lovely. Still yet to box, so we are maybe going to have to fight him. That is not what I would have wanted to see. Still, Hulkenberg and myself, the only two drivers who have boxed so far. Quite surprisingly, 15 laps on medium tires. They must be screaming at the moment.
Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 0.5 a lap. 0.5. Okay, mate, let's try and climb up the order. I'm setting you a new target. Push, push.
Why is it pushing me to try and overtake? That is a little bit annoying. I hope Hadjar boxes on this particular lap. Otherwise he's going to hold us up big time And he doesn't. Okay, we're going to see if we can actually compete with him. Heading into turn 1, we're going to see if we have what it takes. Plenty.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
Whoa. Big tank slapper there. But we are past Isaac Hatchar. Oh, and Bortoletto in front. You saw the tank slapper he got on. Those mediums are screaming at the moment, I would imagine. And he's holding up Gasly, who's on a set of hard tires. Oh, this is going to be painful through here. Oh, they're so slow. They are so slow through here. Problem is I can't just put the power down. But there we go. Down the inside of Pierre Gasly. Maybe a bit of a dive bomb, but those are required sometimes. And Bortoletto boxes. Gasly will be fuming at that.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.4 seconds.
Here we go. The first round of pit stops for the AI. And we come out behind Charles Leclerc. And we have overtaken Russell. Okay, interesting.
The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres.
Oh,
Car
Mark,
ahead, now
shut
the hard
up.
compound.
When I'm on the radio, stop talking. That's going to be half a lap before I can ask you what kind of weather we're looking at. Oh, and Leclerc's getting held up. Whoa. Almost losing the car there. No big problem. And here we go, Colapinto. Defending from Charles Leclerc. What on earth are they doing? Surely. Yeah, there we go. A couple of drivers heading into the pits now. Gasly's still staying out.
Okay,
what are
you're in the top
two
10.
Alpines doing? I have no idea what kind of strategy they are going for here. Let's see if we can get Colapinto into turn 2. We're going to sneak up the inside here of the Argentinian. And we are now up into P7, a net P7 nonetheless.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
And that's exactly what I want to hear. Rain looming overhead at the moment. That's what I wanted to hear. Whoa, almost losing the car there. So rain could start falling at any point. I want to hear.
Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
I am well aware. I wanted to hear how far out the rain is. Mark. Don't know what Alpine are playing, but it seems like they might be trying to go all the way until the rain starts falling. That is an interesting strategy.
You're just starting to drop back from the car in front by about 2 seconds a lap now. Get your head down.
That's fine. I was not expecting to be competing with Leclerc or Hamilton at all. Look, both of the Alpines holding up the majority of the people who are pitting. And now they're starting to fight amongst themselves. So they're losing even more time. Oh, and there's rain in the air.
Okay, gap ahead, 3.5 seconds.
There's rain in the air. Interesting. Now it's just a question about how long before we need to switch to the intermediate tires. Oh, yellow flag. What has happened here? Someone retiring? Doesn't seem like it.
Green flag.
No, it seems like it was maybe just Colapinto who made a mistake. Oh wait, who is that? Is that our teammate? All the way up in... No way! No, Ollie, what are you doing? Oh, he was on course for a really...
Right, Ollie's coming in for his stop.
What on earth was he doing? He was all the way up in third. Is he going to the Inters now?
Okay, the forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Alright, so we're keeping the hards for now. But I just need to be aware of what Leclerc and Hamilton are doing. If either of them boxes, I will also box. Whoa. They're going to be so slow for the next couple of laps before intermediates become viable.
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
What setting am I in? I'm still in medium, yeah. On the ERS. We're not going to have a defense here for George Russell. It's going to be too tricky. We're just going to try it though. Antonelli has gotten past the Alpine pairing as well. Here comes Russell. Let's give him something to think about. And not just make it easy for him. Because every position we can keep now is a gained position once intermediates become the tyre to choose. Russell is going to be fuming under the helmet at the moment. Oh, almost losing the car there. I don't know if it's the conditions that are making the tyres worse and what's happening.
And gap to the car in front, 9.4 seconds.
Why does he have to speak? Shut up, Mark. Alright.
The rain's going to keep getting heavier for the next 15 minutes at least. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Alright. Still no one in front has boxed. It's starting to feel a little bit less grippy at the moment. We aren't far away, I think. What is Russell doing? That is a suicide attempt if he tries to do that. Whoa. I don't think the hard tires are the play anymore. I think we might be looking at an intermediate very soon. What are we now? We're boxing next lap, I think, regardless of what happens. The tyres are not cooling down.
Okay, track conditions aren't improving. It's your choice as to whether you want to fit full wets next time you come in.
No, we're not fitting full wet, we're fitting intermediate. Are you crazy, Mark? But yeah, we are boxing at the end of this one. I think it's...
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
It's definitely too wet now for the dry tires.
I know these conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track's ready for intermediates yet.
I think so. So we are boxing onto a set of intermediates right now with just shy of 12 laps to go. This could make or break our entire race, but I'm willing to take the gamble.
Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least.
Here we go. Let's see if this pays off. It's a big gamble. Oh, slow stop. Ah, we didn't need that. A 4.3 stop. Ah.
Okay, there seems to have been a problem attaching the right front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us though and finish the race strong.
Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's see. We're pulling up the tire temps on this one.
Okay, mate, we're seeing a lot of tyre wear in the data. Please focus on looking after your tyres.
Whoa. That was a mistake.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
We're not far away from the pack in front, which I love seeing. What kind of...
Gap to your teammate ahead, 10.5 seconds.
Our tyres are not doing too bad. We're still not quite ready for intermediates, but... I mean, it's like a couple more drops of rain away. And crucially, the tyres are not overheating and we are gaining on the drivers in front. Good. We are on the right tyre at the moment.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Thank you, Mark. It's still during the crossover period, but this is going significantly better than I had ever hoped for. And we can be more aggressive on the ERS as well. We have 10 laps to go. Might be on course here for a good result, I think. Okay, Hulkenberg into the pits now. He's definitely also switching over to the intermediate tire. Oh. Whoops.
Okay, clear.
That is 2 positions for free. Rain may be starting to play. Oh yeah, look at how slow these drivers are in front.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.0 seconds.
And we are closing up rapidly to Gasly. I think it might have been Colapinto who actually made the mistake and spun in front of Hadjar. Yeah, look at how slow these drivers are through the corners. They just have no grip anymore. Looks as if they're just standing still compared to us. There we go, that's Gasly. And now a couple... Who's that? That is Lawson into the pits. Coming out here of the final corner. DRS is still yet to be disabled, which I'm quite surprised about. Here we go, into turn 1 we get our teammate. And there we go, that's Sainz. Up next is Bortoleto for the final point. This is some good stuff.
That wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but listen, don't worry about it. It's a long way to go, so let's just focus until the end.
Yeah, but the tyre wear, Mark, you know how the tyre wear goes around here. It's insane. We are not strong on tyre wear. He should know by now. But we have made the right call. We're going to get a point here, at least. Here we go, Gabby. What does it look like? It's going to be an easy drive-by almost. Easy send. Now we are in P10. And DRS has now been disabled. And the drivers in front are pitting. So we're going to gain a little bit here.
Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
Wonder how many spots we're going to gain.
Right, Ollie's coming in for his stop.
Should have pulled him in earlier. There we go, Russell behind us. Still a few drivers out in front yet to pit. So we're going to gain some more positions once they pit. Let's see Antonelli. I'm not sure if anyone else at the moment is still yet to pit. There we go, Leclerc makes it past the
Remember
Italian.
to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to.
And we have so much ERS to play around with. I keep forgetting that in wet conditions you seem to save up a lot more. We have 7 laps to go. We're going to get ahead of Antonelli. I don't know where the Italian is. He's 7.7 seconds up the road. There he is. Just coming through this long left-hander. And he is going to go into the pits and fit a set of intermediate tires. But he's going to lose a bunch of positions.
Antonelli stopping now.
So here we go. We are currently in P6. And from where we started, that is pretty decent. I do think Russell might have 2 things to say about where we are finishing. He looks like he has some good pace. But P6, I mean, that's still 8 points. That would be lovely if we could get that. At the moment we're just circulating, no problems. once we actually make a good call on the pit strategy, which is nice. It's very lovely. Ooh, don't touch that curb.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 13.3 seconds.
We're not battling the drivers in front of us, but it's fine. There we go, Lando Norris, fastest lap. Yuki Tsunoda onto the podium yet again. Oh, Norris is pitting. What has happened here? Has he made a mistake or something? Where is he? Oh, he has come out of the pits now. Huh. He might have made a late stop. Interesting. I don't even know who's leading. It might be Oscar Piastri. Not 100% sure, but I think it's Piastri and then Hamilton in second, Tsunoda in third, and then obviously Leclerc, Norris, myself for now. Russell is hunting us down, and with 5 laps to go, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to keep the Briton behind us, especially also because the tyre wear is starting to kick in. We are not set up for the wet, that is for sure. Here we go.
And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
Thank you. But yeah, at the moment just making sure that we don't do anything silly. Stroll is still a fair bit behind. He's holding up Verstappen, I think it is. It's also a rare occasion where Yuki Tsunoda is likely going to finish ahead of his teammate.
Teammate by 25.1 seconds.
Need to use the ERS a little bit more in a straight line. Be a little bit better at doing that. So we have so much in reserve. Oh. Ooh. The shine of the track at the moment is making it difficult to see the apex of turn 4, especially heading up the hill. And I'm pushing the car and the tires as much as I dare.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button
right
a bit
now.
more.
Russell is keeping us honest, keeping on our toes. You can hear the Mercedes engine in the background. And here we just blast all of our energy, because we're going to recharge it across the lap. So we just need to use it all here, if possible. Ideally, if this race were to go on for a little bit longer, I probably would switch to the full wets now.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Russell is really putting the pressure on right now. The good thing is I think we're dropping Stroll and Verstappen behind us, so that is good. Ooh, that was close.
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Okay, that's good to know. It's at least something. Oh, Hamilton is pitting. Oh, do we do that as well? No. Gonna have to stay out for another lap because I haven't prepped the engineers or the mechanics for it.
The Haas driver's stopping now.
Oh, Ollie is coming into the pits as well. So Hamilton out in front. Well clear. I mean, it could probably be a good idea to prep for a late stop. Let's see how much. So 6.7
right,
seconds.
We've got teams in the pits changing over to full wets. Come in and change your tyres if you need to.
Okay. It's just, is it really worth it? We've got 2 laps to go after this one. Then the difference would have to be like, what? Close to 10 seconds per lap. And I'm not quite sure we are at that
The
level.
rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
Okay, yeah, no. Don't think we're boxing. Hamilton has only pulled a maximum of like 3 seconds on the previous lap. So if Russell decides to pit, that is pretty much him out of the running. Don't think he's pitting. No, he's not pitting. We're staying out until the end. It's just Hamilton who decided to go over to the full wets. I mean, I can understand it. He didn't have any positions he would lose. Well, he lost some positions though. So, I don't fully get why Ferrari pulled him in. And he's only 2 seconds faster a lap than us. And we are
Okay,
so
here's
slow.
the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 9.4 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. It was around 6 seconds when he came out of the pits on the previous lap. So, I don't get it. But, I mean, maybe Ferrari do. Or maybe they don't. I'm not sure. Car is really twitchy at the moment. We have to be very, very careful with especially application of the throttle. But we are holding up Russell so far. We're doing a good job. Stroll and Verstappen has closed up to us again. So they have found some pace again. Here we go, we're beginning the final lap.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap. Gap
Of
to your
this
teammate
race.
behind. 21.5 seconds.
Ollie not having the best of races again. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. It doesn't sound like he is scoring points today either. But it might come at some point. You never know. Now we just need to survive the final lap. And it's especially the middle sector that we need to survive. Because that is the trickiest part of this circuit in the wet. Can't go full throttle, otherwise the car is just going to light up the tyres. But Oscar Piastri wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. And I don't think anyone really had anything to say about that. I think he was just running by his lonesome for the majority of the race. Something that we haven't had the pleasure of. For the majority of the race, we were running by ourselves, but at the beginning we were stuck behind our teammate, but we come home to finish P6 after...
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Starting P13, so that is a very good race from our side, and we get driver of the day as well. Only to deserved, in my opinion.
What a superb drive from Oscar Piastri, who takes the checkered flag.
There we go, Piastri wins yet another race.
What a wonderful drive to see them come from far down the grid to win the race. Those days are the ones that throw the biggest challenges at you, and to stick out and win it is an incredible job.
And Tsunoda at the end came home P2 because of Hamilton's late stop, and then it's Leclerc in third.
Our contenders at the front, making their way onto the podium to celebrate with the team and the crowd. And it's special for Piastri back on the top step.
So another good race, and yet another second place for Yuki Tsunoda. He has gone podium streak back to back now. And might the Japanese driver have found the form that he was lacking at the beginning of this season? And I don't think we're going to be able to keep him behind in the Drivers' Championship if he continues like this. As a matter of fact, I think he might actually move ahead of us.
After an event like that,
after
who knows
this
what
race.
the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Okay, so I was wrong. He gets 18 points, Yuki Tsunoda, from this race. We get 8 points, so he is now, if I remember correctly, only 1 point behind us in the Drivers' Championship. So he has definitely picked up over the last couple of races. And Charles Leclerc as well, getting a well-deserved podium. Lando Norris, unfortunately, finishing P4. I don't know what Hamilton was doing, but yeah, I'm not quite sure. Ollie Behrman really close to actually getting a point for the first time this season. He finishes P11. He's only 3 seconds behind. It's not even 3 seconds. He's like, what, 2.1 seconds behind. Or something like that. Behind Carlos Sainz. So very close for our teammate. But it wasn't to be yet again, unfortunately. And when will he be able to pick up his first points? Just a point in general. At the moment we are solo carrying Haas in the championships. And the split is now, in terms of recognition, 60-40 in our favour. We are going crazy. Look at that. New perk unlocked for the manufacturing expert. What about here? Not quite. So overall a good race for us. I mean, it's not the heights that the Belgian Grand Prix was, but that was also quite unusual. It's not our usual finishing position. But P6, it's around where I would expect us to be fighting. Let's have a look here. The standings. Yeah, we're 1 point ahead of Yuki Tsunoda in the Drivers' Championship. In terms of Williams, we are almost 40 points ahead. So no trouble behind there. And we are very close to breaking into the 100-point club. But let's see. Now it's the season break. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And coming up next, which is going to be obviously the next episode, is the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. So this is technically the track, don't quote me on it, but I think this might actually be the track that is located the closest to where I live. So technically, this would be a quote-unquote home Grand Prix, but I still like Spa more. So, but it is also marking the tail end of the European round. We have the Dutch Grand Prix and then the Italian Grand Prix left before we head out of Europe to Azerbaijan. So the season is slowly creeping in the right direction, and I look forward to, well, not only just the Dutch and Italian Grand Prix, but also the upcoming races following there. So, yeah, very much looking forward to that. And if you are as well, I would highly suggest, if you haven't already, maybe give the live stream a like. I very much appreciate those things. And also, if you haven't, make sure you're subscribed. Not only does it tell me that you are enjoying the content that we are producing here on the channel, but it also makes it so that you won't miss whenever I decide to go live again. And I do know that I did say last time out that I was aiming to maybe do daily live streams. I'm still aiming for that, but, well, as you can tell, this is not the following day, so things can happen, and it is what it is. But it is the target to probably go for daily live streams, hopefully. So if you don't want to miss whenever I go live, is what I'm trying to say, make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell, and then I guess there's nothing more than saying have a very blessed day, or remaining part of the day, and until we see each other again, which hopefully won't be too long, I wish you all a good day, and have a good one.